Many people define the law of attraction as a technique that uses the belief that the mind and the universe are connected through the power of thoughts. It is believed that thoughts emit waves of energies that call or repel certain vibrations. But does the law of attraction only to connect your mind to the universe and you will prosper abundantly? The answer is no. The law of attraction goes far beyond this paradigm imposed by many who are laymen on the subject. Great minds have been studying the law of attraction for a long time. Names like Bobby Proctor, Neville Goddard, Catherine Ponder. These people have written several books that go into great depth about the law of attraction. Some people even think that the law of attraction doesn't work or that it doesn't make sense. I know this is not your case, but if you are in this video, it is because you are genuinely interested in the subject. But for those people who tend to despise the law of attraction, Bob Proctor leaves an interesting message. You never know what you can do until you try. However, the sad truth is that most people never try nothing until they know they can do it. Bob Proctor. If you genuinely want to know about the law of attraction, stay until the end. I will show you steps to be very successful in your life. The law of attraction begins to appear in history and literature in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when initially many philosophers and theosophists began to believe in what is now known as a positive thinking. However, at the time there was not much study about the law of attraction. It was when, in the middle of the 20th century, the great names of the law of attraction emerged, among them Bob Proctor, Catherine Ponder, and Neville Goddard. Catherine Ponder wrote the book The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, where she teaches how to use the words of prosperity in the most correct way possible, and that will bring much prosperity to your life. Here on the channel, we have a video dedicated to Catherine Ponder, and we share her teachings to use the words of prosperity in the best way. This video will appear for you at the end of this video, so stay until the end. But how do I use the law of attraction? Now that you've learned the origins of the law of attraction, I'm going to give you the steps to use the law of attraction in the way that you'll be most successful. 1. Understand your feelings. Feelings are very important to the law of attraction. After all, Greg Braden puts feelings as the language of God, or the universe. It's very important that your feelings are really aligned with what you want, because that's the language of the universe. It's not enough just to express words of prosperity and gratitude. You need to believe and have the true feeling. Greg says, ask, pray, and live as if all your prayers were answered. But our feelings are not always aligned with our desire, and to align you must participate in step number 2. 2. Program your mind. Many times we are prone to think differently than we really are, or to think negatively. And that's not your fault for thinking. Our brain thinks in the most rational way possible, and that requires the least amount of effort. So for our brain, it's easier to believe that we won't be rich and prosperous working to achieve that goal. But says Bob Proctor, you'll never know what you can do until you try. However, the sad truth is that most people never try nothing until they know they can do it. Mastering your mind will take consistency. Put yourself in a quiet place, away from noise and people, and turn inward. Visualize your goal. From there, imagine yourself living the life you want, that you always dreamed of. What would the floors of your target house look like? Wooden? Porcelain? And what about the view? Would you like to feel the sea breeze in the morning or smell the countryside? To master your mind, you need to be as specific as possible in your goal, to see it as if you've already achieved the life you want or the goal you want in every detail. After all, in his book, Bobby writes, what you see in your mind is what you get in your hand. When you start imagining your wish fulfilled every day, your mind will understand that in addition to being possible, you are capable of achieving such a goal. Soon, your feelings will also shape themselves in order to fulfill your desire. Then prosperity will come to you in a way never seen before. 3. Don't sabotage yourself. Helen Hadsell, known as the Pigeon Queen, expresses the following sentence: "There is no such thing as failure, only delay in results." Our mind is lazy and tends to think as rationally as possible to avoid exertion, but not always the rational is able to understand the prosperity in our life. Maybe in the process, you won't achieve the desired results right away, but don't sabotage yourself. If you get discouraged or stop, you'll be throwing away all the time and dedication to get where you've come. Instead, think about your small victories. Think about what you've accomplished in that time. Gratitude is a great key to prosperity. 4. Practice visualizing your desires. The practice of visualizing your desires is of great importance, for only in this way can we condition our minds that we are able to achieve our goals. From then on, your mind will connect with your desires and with the energies of the universe, making visualization an extremely important practice. But in addition to imagine yourself getting your wish, you must be specific so that you don't end up attracting incidental things to your wish. By visualizing your desires and realizing that you're able to achieve them, you change your conception of yourself. Neville Goddard affirms, "Change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world you live in." Don't try to change people. They're just messengers telling you who you are. Reassess yourself and they will confirm the change. 5. Practice words of prosperity. The practice of expressing words of prosperity is fundamental and important for you to realize your desires. Catherine Ponder says, "If you persist in talking and thinking about prosperity and success, there will be no forces in heaven or on earth that will stop you from succeeding." Therefore, it is of great importance if, for example, you need money, that you express words of prosperity, that you have so much that will be able to have for yourself and to share. But do not forget, it is very important to be objective when expressing words, so as not to attract things that are not specific to your goal. So whenever you express words to attract prosperity, don't do it generically. Catherine tells in her work that from an affirmation, 2 entrepreneurs managed to double their incomes in a period of 6 months, affirming the following phrases: "I now have a satisfactory, steady, secure, and permanent income. I trust that the spirit of prosperity provides abundance for me at this time." Therefore, I invite you to exercise the words of prosperity at this moment. Put one of the 2 sentences here in the comments to be prosperous in your life. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. It's very important to leave a like too, to encourage us to bring more videos like this. If you like of the authors featured in this video, we have a special video for each of them, and it is in the description. Comment, choose your next law of attraction video, and see you there. To the next.